Hello friends, what is the biggest fear across the world which people have? Are you thinking death? No, that's the second biggest fear which people have. The first is public speaking, the most common fear among the people. You will be amazed to know that in 1970s, Harvard Business University conducted one survey. They collected a group of people and they gave them two choices. The one is to get an electrical shock for 5 minutes versus to speak in front of people for 5 minutes. More than 90% people chose the electrical shock over public speaking. Do you know why people chose electric shock? Yes, because most of us are scared of speaking in public. And this is the topic for today. Let's talk about what is a speaking skill, what is the reason why we are not good at it, and how we can improve. Two simple approaches. And these approaches which I have used in my personal life and I am sharing with you so that you can use these simple steps and become a good speaker. Let's start with why we are not good at speaking and what are the reasons why we do not speak up. The very first reason is not knowing the content which you are talking about. Let's say if you don't know the topic, you don't know what you have to talk, who is your audience, you will not be comfortable in sharing your thoughts. Second is not to have command over the language. If you don't have command over the language which you have to speak, you will not be comfortable in sharing your thoughts. Third is speaking socially. We talk in person to people, to friends, to your loved ones, to your family, parents. But when it comes to talking and addressing a speech in public, we are not that comfortable because we are not taught that way. And the next is fear of making mistakes. We all have this fear. We all are scared of making mistakes. The problem is we think a lot that if we make mistake, how will people perceive us? And that is the biggest mistake. If you don't speak, if you don't make mistakes, you cannot learn. Let me tell you one story. Do you know whenever a giraffe gives a birth to baby giraffe, and the very first thing mother does is kicking her own child. The time kids understand what's going wrong, mother give the second kick. And this time kids knows there is something going wrong which is not going to stop and there is someone who is trying to hurt me. Let's understand what is going wrong. By the time kids try to stand up, mother gives the third kick and she keeps kicking until unless giraffe kid start running. The reason is mother giraffe want to teach a lesson to a kid giraffe that if you don't run, either a hyena or a lion will come and eat you. And that is why, friends, I'm telling you, until unless you make mistakes, until unless you try public speaking, you cannot grow yourself. Let's talk about how you can improve your public speaking or speaking skills in general. The very first thing which I would suggest is start speaking on random topics. Don't wait for a right topic. Just start speaking on very random topic. Or maybe you can do 5 minutes speaking every day. Whenever you get time in your busy schedule, start talking. It can be cricket, it can be the movie which you have seen today, it can be a news channel, it can be anything. Just don't wait for it. Start talking. And this will let you understand how to structure your thoughts, how to speak up very nicely, and you will understand what is the mistake you are making. Don't wait for a right opportunity. Start today. Second is make a goal for yourself. Today, if you're talking among your friends, among your family, or even your colleagues, make sure you're gonna give a speech in 1 month from now or 2 months from now. Make a realistic goal so that you can work towards it. When you make goals, when you make milestones, you actually work faster. So friends, speaking regularly and making a realistic goal that can help you to improve your speaking. Now, let's talk about the approaches which I have promised in starting that I will share with you, and these two approaches will actually make you a very good speaker. Friends, the very first approach is thinking of what, so what, and what next. Okay, let me break it down for you. So whenever you are going to start a topic, you should know what is that topic. Second is why. Why this topic? What is the reason behind you are talking about this topic? And third is what next? If you have explained what is the reason, why you are talking, and at the end you have to tell what next. So this is how you can structure your thoughts whenever you are talking to a group of people. It can be anywhere. You can just apply this approach. If you have answers to these three questions, you can speak on to any topic. Second is my favorite. This is something which I always use whenever I go and do my talks. So the approach which I follow is problem, solution, and benefits. Very simple. First of all, identify and explain the problem statement. Once you are done with explaining what is the problem, talk about the solution. And at last, you just explain what are the benefits of the solution which you are telling. If you have these three answers, like what is the problem you are going to talk about, what is the solution you are going to give, and what are the benefits by the solution which you are explaining, you are done. If you are telling these three things, breaking every question on which you are going to talk about, every topic, just talk about the problem first, talk about the solution next, and at the end, tell the benefits. I can assure you, you can speak on anything whenever you get a chance. And I'm not telling these are the last things, that is the only thing which can make you a good speaker. But these two simple approaches can get you going. And when you start speaking, when you do practice and practice and practice, you will learn all the nitty-gritties around the speaking skill. And you will see how important speaking skill is. Okay, before we go and wind up, another fact. Do you know how impactful is this speaking? Irrespective of which career you are, 80% of the time your job gets done if you have explained well what is the problem. If you have explained well, what do you want your team, your colleague, your subordinate, even your wife, what has to be done? And you will see 100% of the time, if you are not telling them what has to be done and making sure they understand what has to be done, you will see the difference in what you thought versus what they did. So friends, speaking clearly with answering these three questions, you can make sure that your speaking is very impactful, and that is going to explain whatever you had in your head. Try to listen to the people to whom you love or you idolize, like Barack Obama, Steve Jobs, even Malala. Try to listen to them and see how confidently they are able to communicate, how confident they are when they are talking in front of hundreds and thousands of people. Alright friends, with that I will end this video. Hope you like this video. If you like it, if you feel this is going to help you in speaking, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to share this with all your friends to whom you feel they should become a good speaker.